You have been waiting on this video. I myself have been waiting on this video. So let's go ahead and jump into it. In this video, what I'm going to be covering is what iPhone should you be using to record your 360 booth sessions? And also, what phones have I used and how did they work out for me? Another thing that I want to address is what iPad should you be getting for your iPad sharing station or your digital photo booth? All right, so let's go ahead and jump into it right now. First thing I'm gonna do, guys, is I'm gonna jump into my laptop right here. I'm gonna share my screen with you. Give me a few seconds. All right, cool. Now I'm sharing my screen with you. I'm gonna go ahead and play you a video. I'm gonna play you two videos. This first one right here was used, I used an iPhone 13 to record this video. Really decent lighting. As you guys can see, the contrast, the video came out good. I'm using Snapic. Solid video. At the quality, the guest was very happy with the quality, and this is, like I said, a standard iPhone 13 using Snapic 60 frames per second with good lighting. Okay, the next video that I'm about to play for you right now is an iPhone 14, also shot at nighttime using the same amount of lights. And as you guys can see, this is an iPhone 14. So that's right. I went from an iPhone 13 and experimented with the iPhone 14. And that iPhone 14 has now found its place back in the little box and sent back to Apple because I'm not going to be spending close to $800 on a phone that does not offer a big leap in quality when it comes to video. And so this is something that I want to cover with you guys because, I mean, at the end of the day, we are spending a ton of money on these devices that are really going to basically push our production forward. And so what I mean by that is if we're going to invest in an iPhone, we want to make sure that we're getting the most bang for our buck. Now, say for example here, I'll continue sharing my screen here with you guys. Am I sharing my screen with you guys here? Yep, I'm sharing my screen here with you guys. If we go to Apple and we go to the tab to check out the iPhones, and I want you guys to follow me here. I'm gonna go to compare, and I'm gonna pull up, let's pull up some models. We'll pull up the 13, that's what I've been using for a while now. Now before the 13, let's be honest guys, I was using an iPhone 12 mini. Man, the videos that I was recording on my iPhone 12 mini were still dope. In fact, do I have any older videos? I don't wanna dig around too much because I don't wanna keep you guys stuck to your screens too much. I'd rather you guys be out there in nature, breathing some fresh air, listening to the breeze going through the trees kind of thing. But for now, let's go ahead and just get a little techie. Let's geek out a little bit. So previously I was using the 12 mini and then I have an iPhone 13, same exact color. And I recently bought the iPhone 14. Like I said, I sent it back. I'm not happy with that phone. And so here's the price. No, it doesn't even show the price for the mini, but here it is. $699 for the iPhone 13, $800 for the iPhone 14. One of the questions that pops up a lot too is, David, what type of memory should I be getting when I buy an iPhone? And my answer to you is, get the smallest amount of memory, which usually I think is nowadays, yeah, it's 128 gigs. And the reason I say 128 gigs is because that's more than enough memory. And if you guys buy more memory, your phone's gonna be more expensive and you don't need a lot of memory, because when you have Snapic as your software, Snapic doesn't automatically put the video into your gallery and starts eating up your memory. Now, when I was using TouchPics, that was a cool thing and a bad thing about TouchPics. It was a cool thing because you get that video in your gallery right away, but at the same time, you have to manually go in there and delete those videos. And remember to delete those videos so those don't accumulate and eat up your internal memory on your iPhone. So the video that I just showed you guys from the 13 to the 14, there was really not much of a difference. I actually sat here in my garage on Sunday and I had the phone just like this, and I was pointing the phones, putting them on camera and video, and I realized this. I realized that the iPhone 13, the image was sharper, and the iPhone 14 image was nice, but it was smoother. It wasn't as sharp. And so I like the sharpness. People might like the smooth because it's more like a glam, but for me, no, not if I'm using my phone to capture these 360 videos. So that's the reason why that iPhone 14 is no longer in my arsenal, and I will be waiting for the iPhone 15 to come out and see what it does. Because if you guys think about it, why would we upgrade to a phone that has the same camera and the same chip, the processor? It just doesn't make any sense to me. Now you guys are probably thinking, well, Well, Dave, what if I already got the iPhone 14 Pro Max? Well, if you jumped the gun and you wanted the latest and greatest and you got yourself a 14 Pro Max, well, you're stuck with that 14 Pro Max. So use it as much as you can, get as many bookies as you can, and share those videos across social media. Market the crap out of your 360 booth business, photo booth business, because you got to make that money back on that iPhone 14 Pro Max. That iPhone 14 Pro Max, you paid a minimum of $1,000, basically $1,100, not even including taxes, right? And of course, you got a big old screen. And cool thing is you did get a decent camera plus a A16 chip. That's a game changer because your videos and everything else processes super fast. But I would not spend $1,100 of my hard-earned money on an iPhone 14 Pro Max just yet, when my videos, as you guys can see, come out pretty great when I'm using my standard iPhone 13. If you guys are using an iPhone 11 or maybe an iPhone 12 and you're thinking of jumping into something and you want to jump into something right now and you don't want to wait until the 15 comes out, I would highly recommend either the 13 or even the 13 mini. David, why the mini? It's such a small phone. That's totally fine. The iPhone 13 is a powerhouse and it's only $600 brand new. And you guys can see same 12 megapixel camera and same Bionic chip, same processor. The only thing is the downfall is its battery. It's a smaller battery, so the battery might not last you as long as a standard iPhone would, like a 13 or a 14. All right, cool. So I feel like we're finished up with the iPhone as far as what phone you should be using for your 360 booth business. If you have a 13, stick with your 13. If you have a 12 Pro Max, if you jump over to the 13, you will notice a slight difference. But if you can wait until the 15 comes out, I would do that. All right, another question that always pops up is, David, here, let me go ahead and get into the next one. David, what iPad should I be using? And by the way, David, what iPad are you using for your iPad sharing station? Guys, I'm using an older model. I'm using an iPad 6th generation. 6th generation has done me really good. And I upgraded to my iPads, not upgraded, but purchased 2 iPads, and that was an iPad Air. And I'm using an iPad Air because it has a 12 megapixel selfie camera, and that's actually as good as it's gonna get when it comes to cameras on the iPads right now, given the time of this making of this video. And so I go with the iPad Air because it's a lot cheaper than the iPad Pro. Now, iPad Pro, you guys are gonna get a massive Apple M2 chip, and actually that's just way too much power for a standard digital booth. And if you're going to be spending close to $800 on an iPad, you're better off buying a DSLR camera and getting more pixels. So if you're on a budget and you want to use, this is actually something that I discussed with one of my one-on-one mentorships. Here's what I said. I said, here, let me go ahead and stop sharing my page here with you guys. I told them this. If you guys, for example, go with an iPad Air 5th generation, which is 2 of the iPads that I have now for my digital photo booth, what's cool is that you can always shift back and forth. You can use it for your iPad sharing station, or if you have a booking and they want both the 360 booth and the digital booth, then boom, you have your iPad as the item you're going to be using to get the photos on the digital booth, and you have your iPhone to record your 360 booth videos. And your iPhone alone, you can just send those videos directly through AirDrop or QR code or text message while leaving your phone on the mount throughout the event. And that's how you get the most bang for your buck. And that's how you get the fastest return on your investment, when you put both devices to work simultaneously. And I hope that that's the case with you guys this year. Hey, really quick, before I let you guys go, please hit the like button. All right, don't forget to help me out. Peace. Now, I'm not leaving you guys just yet because there's something that I want to share with you. Go ahead and put your comments and questions in the comment box below. Don't hit me up on Instagram as far as like the DMs go. I'm not going to open up those DMs, guys. I have a ton of DMs, and I really don't have, how can I say this, the willpower to open up those DMs that only lead to other questions, because I'd rather be out and about enjoying life and really soaking up the moment versus being stuck on my phone all day, ladies and gentlemen. It's something that I don't want to do. And this is why I take time away and then I come back with new information that I feel is going to help you guys, which is why I need you guys to guide me as far as what right now you guys need help with. What's holding you back from success? What do you find complicated? Go ahead and put it in the comment box below, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.